All right, folks, welcome back. We're diving head first into some serious NFL action today. And man, we've got a record-breaking performance to unpack.
Yeah, I'm excited about this one.
We're talking about Patrick Mahomes, the man who just keeps rewriting the quarterbacking rulebook. 30,000 career passing yards, and he did it faster than any other quarterback in NFL history. Let that sink in for a second.
Seriously, that's incredible. And what gets me is that this hasn't even been his strongest season statistically.
Right. We got to talk about that down year everyone keeps mentioning, right?
Yeah, definitely.
235.9 passing yards per game.
Yeah.
It's a career low for Mahomes.
But think about this. That career low would be a dream season for most quarterbacks in the league.
Absolutely. His floor is like everyone else's ceiling. It's unreal. But let's get back to this 30,000-yard milestone, 103 games. That's all it took for him to reach that number. He blew past Matthew Stafford's previous record of 109 games.
And it's not just that he broke the record, it's the margin by which he did it. I mean, think about this. The difference between Mahomes' average passing yards per game and Drew Brees, who's second all-time, is the same as the difference between Brees and the quarterback in seventh place.
Wow, that really puts it in perspective. It's insane.
Yeah, it's a whole different level of play we're witnessing here.
What I love is that the guy didn't even realize he'd hit the milestone until after the game.
Is that right?
Yeah, totally focused on the win, which I think says a lot about his mindset. And when they told him about the record, you know what he did? Immediately deflected the praise, gave all the credit to his team, coaches, the entire Chiefs organization. Talk about humility.
That's the mark of a true leader right there. And you got to give credit where credit is due. The Chiefs front office, drafting Mahomes, pairing him with Andy Reid, a true offensive mastermind, they set the stage for this kind of success.
Couldn't agree more. And we can't forget about Steve Spagnuolo and that defense.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They've been phenomenal, giving Mahomes more opportunities to score, which obviously translates to more passing yards. They've created this perfect ecosystem for him to thrive.
Yeah, it's the perfect storm, right? The talent, the coaching, the organizational support. The Chiefs have built a dynasty, and Mahomes is at the heart of it all.
Okay, let's break down the game itself, where he achieved this historic mark, that matchup against the Raiders. 27 completions, 262 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Nice.
And yeah, okay, there was that one interception.
Right, but even that, it was deflected, right?
Exactly, not entirely on Mahomes.
Shows his resilience, though, bouncing back like that. He had one of his better games this season, throwing multiple touchdowns for the first time since Week 3 against the Falcons. Adaptability, even when things aren't perfect, that's what separates him from the rest.
It's crazy how much the game has changed. Even in just the last decade, quarterbacks are putting up numbers we never thought possible, and Mahomes is leading the charge, no doubt. And he's doing it against defenses that are more sophisticated than ever, bigger, faster, smarter. The schemes are so complex, it's like a whole different ballgame.
For sure. And yet Mahomes just cuts through them like a hot knife through butter. It's not just arm strength. The guy is a master at reading the field, anticipating plays, adjusting at the line. He's always a step ahead.
It's like he's got a sixth sense out there.
Seriously.
And that arm sidearm off balance on the run, he makes every throw look effortless.
Oh, the arm talent is unreal, no question. But what really sets Mahomes apart is his football IQ. He understands the game at such a high level. It's rare, even among elite quarterbacks.
Yeah, he's not just relying on physical ability.
Yeah.
He's a student of the game. You can see it in how he dissects those defenses, how he anticipates what the defense is going to do before they even do it.
It's like he's playing chess, and everyone else is playing checkers.
Exactly. He's not just reacting.
Yeah.
He's dictating the flow of the game. He's in control.
And that's what makes him so dangerous. He's not just playing quarterback. He's conducting an orchestra out there.
He's got all the weapons, Tony, the running backs, and he knows exactly how to use them to create this offensive firepower.
And the coaching staff, too, Andy Reid, master play caller. He and Mahomes are on the same wavelength, always pushing the boundaries of what's possible on offense.
Okay, so let's talk legacy for a second. We're talking about a guy who's already won 2 MVP awards, 2 Super Bowls, Super Bowl MVP, and now this record-breaking passing milestone, all before he even turns 30.
It's insane. It really is. We're watching greatness unfold right in front of us. And the crazy thing is, he's just getting started.
He's already on track to be one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, no doubt about it. But the question is, where does he go from here? What's next for Mahomes? He's already accomplished so much, it's hard to even imagine what else he could achieve.
That's the exciting part, right? He's already redefined what we thought was possible. So who knows what limits he'll push next? He's constantly evolving, raising the bar.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about Mahomes, his individual brilliance. But let's shift gears for a minute. and talk about what this all means for the Kansas City Chiefs. They've already got a dynasty in the making, and with Mahomes at the helm, it feels like they could dominate for years to come.
It's an interesting dynamic, for sure. You have this young, record-breaking quarterback leading a team that's already tasted the ultimate success. The challenge for them is going to be maintaining that hunger, that drive to stay on top, because complacency can be a real danger, even for the best teams.
That's a great point. But knowing Mahomes, I'd bet he's already looking ahead to the next challenge, the next ring. He just doesn't seem like the type of guy to rest on his laurels. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. He sets the tone for the entire organization, work ethic, dedication. It's infectious. And that's why I think the Chiefs are in a prime position to continue their reign in the AFC.
But let's be real for a second. The AFC is a gauntlet right now.
Oh, yeah.
You've got Josh Allen and the Bills, Burrow and the Bengals, Herbert with the Chargers. The competition is fierce.
No doubt about it. The AFC is loaded with young, talented quarterbacks. It's probably the most competitive conference in football right now.
For sure.
But here's the thing. The Chiefs have something that those other teams don't. They've got experience. They've been there. They've done that. They've won the big one. And that experience is invaluable, especially in those high-pressure playoff games.
So true. And let's not forget about Andy Reid, one of the greatest coaches of all time. He knows how to build a winning culture, how to prepare his team for those big moments.
The Reid-Mahomes partnership is something special, man. It's like the perfect blend of offensive brilliance and quarterbacking genius. And as long as those two are in Kansas City, the Chiefs are going to be a force to be reckoned with.
All right, so we've talked about Mahomes, the Chiefs, the AFC, but let's zoom out even further. What does this all mean for the future of the NFL? I mean, we're witnessing a new era of quarterback play, and Mahomes is at the forefront. What kind of impact do you think he'll have on the game in the years to come?
That's the big question, isn't it? We're just scratching the surface of what this guy can do. He's already redefined what we thought was possible at the quarterback position. His creativity, his athleticism, those unbelievable throws. He's inspiring a whole new generation of quarterback.
I think you're right. We're going to see more and more young quarterbacks trying to emulate his style, his swagger, his playmaking ability, and that's just going to make the game even more exciting to watch.
Absolutely. The NFL is in good hands with guys like Mahomes leading the way. The future is bright.
Well said. So here's the final thought I want to leave you with today. We've spent this entire deep dive marveling at Mahomes' achievements, his records, his brilliance. But beyond the stats, beyond the highlights, what truly sets Mahomes apart is his love for the game. You can see it in every snap, every throw, every celebration. He's playing with a joy, a passion that's contagious. And that, my friends, is what makes him a true legend in the making.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Greatness isn't just about talent. It's about passion, dedication, a love for what you do.
Well, on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive into the extraordinary world of Patrick Mahomes. If his career so far is any indication, who knows what seemingly unbreakable records he'll shatter next. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep that passion burning bright.